do a game room tour. I know that's really big this time of the year with everyone else, so I figured why not do one as well. I actually shot one last year too, and I never ended up posting it. But I figured we'll kind of do a walkthrough and take a look at everything and see what I got going on, since this is probably the cleanest it'll be for the rest of the year. It's hard to see it over here, but I have these phone booth doors that I made. I wanted to have like a real retro feel when I walk into here, so I made these like little folding doors since I needed a custom size door anyway, and figured why not do like something to match the room. Right when you walk in, there's some art that I have on display. Count Chocula, Mars Attacks, Frankenberry, Boo Berry, then just some random packages and stuff that I have coming in. I have some boxes, hard to see. Maybe if I come around over here. No, I still can't really see it. I got my original PS2 box, my Nintendo Switch box. Have some NES games up over here. These are mostly games that I don't care about, and if someone wants to buy them, I sell it to someone. And then I have my favorites tucked away. Nintendo 64 travel bag, some Nintendo Switch controllers, the SNES, Genesis box and controller, which I keep out so I can actually use it, a Nintendo 64 one, a random shelf over here, some gifts that I got from people, some capacitors for something that I'm working on. I don't remember what I got that for. Couple Nintendo Wii's there, cool Rugrats travel case. Then most of my PS1 collection. I don't know if you guys could see it actually. Let me. Got some games in there, some games down there. I really enjoy collecting for the PS1. I think that's my favorite to collect for. So I have a pretty good amount. This is actually a Nintendo Play Choice 10 control panel. And then a couple PS1s. Down there's some accessories, controllers, and things like that I don't use too often, so I just keep them boxed up. Some PS4 games. Don't really play PS4 that much. I think some of the games I haven't even opened yet, like Medieval, Spider-Man. Just I don't really have time to play him. I think Hot Wheels I played maybe once. Some PS3 games down there. Never really got into PS3. That's like a console that I only got like a couple years ago. Xbox 360 definitely was my primary console of choice for that time. So I started collecting a few games, but not really too drawn into it, at least not yet. Some signs and stuff, things that I hung up. Those are actually replacement gun shells for the Jurassic Park Lost World arcade. House of the Dead 2, I believe, uses them. Little Ghostbusters cookie jar, the Stay Puft, and then some of my Nickelodeon collections. I got the Blast Pack and the box in the back, the Night Talker walkie-talkies, little FM radio in the back, the Photo Blaster, the other version of the Blast Pack, the Nickelodeon pencil sharpener, and underneath it all is the mouse pad that Brainworks made from that time, the Time Blaster, Phone Blaster, of course the Inspector Gadget toy from McDonald's, all the pieces collected. I was like so into that when it was out at the time, and I finally have everything. So some more signs, the Anakin pod racing helmet, stack of Nesses, my little portable CRT over there. Some SNESs stacked up over there, GameCube, some Dreamcasts, some books that I'm trying to read. What do we got over here? We got the Genesis consoles, and then Genesis collection with some Game Boys and Game Boy games in the cases. One of my actual favorite consoles that I never really talk about is the Master System. It's the first video game console that I ever played, and I absolutely love it. So traveling down, there's some like random stuff stacked in there. Most of my Nintendo 64 games over there. I got like my little Batman movie collection. I used to be really into collecting all the movies, and then they started making some pretty bad movies, so not really that into it anymore. Ren and Stimpy DVD collection. PS1 travel bag. Used that quite a bit when I was a kid. Some random books that I've picked up from thrift stores or that I got as gifts. Incredible Edibles. I just got this in, and I was like dying to find a place for it on my shelf, so I ended up putting it there for now. I want to do a video on that though. Keep going. My Atari collection with my 2600. Again, some random toys and stuff. In the back, I have my vinyl collection, some more random bits, overflow of VHS tapes, and down here, this goes 3 rows back of all DVDs that I've collected, some VHS tapes as well, some Game Boy games that I had, the boxes that I saved from when I was a kid, collection of SNES games down there, and just like random junk, bunch of N64s. Then the Dreamcast kiosk. This is like one thing that I think I'd have a hard time parting with. It's just such a iconic design, and I thought the Dreamcast was like the coolest console when I was a kid when it came out, and yeah, it's still a pretty great console. And I mean, the design of this kiosk is just so timeless to me. Also, I think we skipped over it. Collection of some Dreamcast games, GameCube, Xbox 360, Xbox games. Yeah, little things up there like the Pikachu camera, Chucky. Moving down, some art that I have hanging up. Really cool, that kids meal display sign that I got, that used to be in the Taco Bells. Did a video on that a while back, but was really stoked to pick that up. My Nickelodeon Brainworks keyboard. I'm trying to find like a good place to put that on display. I haven't really found anything yet. Crash Bandicoot pillows. Then I guess we could hit this table quick. The Taco Bell coin drop game. I was actually looking for this for a long time, and my wife actually ended up coming across the listing for it, and ended up picking it up. But it's such a cool piece. If you grew up in the 90s, early 2000s, I think actually up until 2013 maybe, these were in most Taco Bells. And the desk thing, from Long and Hall Technologies, the Nickelodeon desk lamp, and another phone blaster. Kind of look up here. I got some of those battle bots that were out by, I think Trendmaster made them back in 2000. that red one is my original one, and then I found some at thrift stores and picked some up for like dollars. I don't think anyone really cares about them. I remember them from when I was a kid. It was a cool idea for a toy. It just never really worked. Then my PS2 collection. I grew up at the perfect age for PS2. So I had quite a bit from just growing up collecting them, and even more after. I actually sold off probably like 3/4 of my collection when I was a teenager, and then I ended up buying back quite a bit. So that's how it goes though. Moving down from the PS2s, we have the PS2 Kid Space Kiosk. I usually keep this loaded with a demo disc that they would have at retail stores back in the day. So you get like a little bit of a variety of games to play. I actually still find games going through the demo disc that are interesting to me, and then I end up picking them up. So it's still working after all these years. Xbox 360 that I keep hooked up. My PS4, the Nintendo 64, and my slime stand controller that I make. A record player, headphone amp, headphones, a little GameCube tucked in over there, and then my ever expanding VHS collection. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you probably know that I'm pretty big into the VHS tapes. Primarily collecting anything from the 90s, Nickelodeon stuff, the McDonald's tapes. But yeah, just anything that I grew up with, or anything that, I watched as a kid or anything like that. That nostalgia. Then yeah, other than that, my kind of computer desk. This is my cabinet where I have all my PlayStation, PS1, PS2, SNES, NES, all that stuff hooked up, ready to go in there. So I just select my input, and then I can play VHS player 2. It's not that pretty, but it lets me play pretty much whatever I want at any given time. Some projects that I'm working on, other junk over there, that's kind of the corner where things go to die. Yeah, so that's a quick tour of what I got up here in my office, and let's go on to the arcades, shall we? Alright, so now we're at the arcade, as I like to call it, where I have all my cabinets and projects that I've put together. A little dark over here, let me brighten that up a little bit. Just do a quick run down the row. Alright, so it's really hard to try to get this all in a shot. It's a tight area. Enough room for, two people to play back to back. Not really enough room to swing a camera around. But yeah, so this is it. Let's go through everything. This is a missile command project that I been working on. Picked it up for free. I have a video out on it, going over everything. I don't want to dive into it too much right now, but I got it. It was all stripped out. The control panel was all bunch of holes drilled in it. There were holes drilled in the top of the cabinet. no marquee. I had to make that, the metal brackets and everything, all holes drilled in it, so needed quite a bit. It did come with a monitor, not this one. I took out the one that was still mounted in there since it was a vertical monitor. I wanted a 4.3. But again, you'll see that in the video when it's finally out and the project's all wrapped up. Sega Hang On. I picked this up, I don't know if it was March of last year or if it was this year, in fact, actually. But this was one that I got together recently. I think the video is out on that. So you guys know everything that went into it. Really fun. I love coming out here and just running a few games on Hang On and then switching over to Super Hang On and Racing Hero. I am going to add a couple other games to it. It's just, really cool being able to have one machine and play all those games. And I still have the original PCB for it too, so no love lost. Pac-Mania, it's another one that I picked up for free. It was being thrown out. Whoever wanted it, it said come grab it, so I picked it up before it was put in the trash. Well, it was in there already, I pulled it out, but yeah, so I finally got vinyl for the control panel, so that's in. Still have to hook the lights up, but it's all together. The splits cabinet, which was the Tetris cabinet, which was a cabinet that I cut out and made myself. I built it originally to play Blitz, and I was trying to run it on a Pi 2, which I found out you couldn't do. So I had recently upgraded it when we did the Pac-Mania arcade, and now everything is running great. There's a ton of things that I would do differently now that I know a lot more, as far as design-wise, but I just recently added a bunch of games to it, so you could go through and play a couple different things. Tapper's been fun. I have even more games that I'm going to add on to it. I know a lot of people will dump the entire MAME ROM set onto their machines. I don't really care for that. I just want to pick out the few games that I like and care to play, and play those games. Neo Geo, just put together a video on that and upgrading it, so pretty excited to play this now that I have the 2-slot motherboard in there. And actually, as I'm saying that, it looks like it just switched over to Street Hoops, or I forgot what, Street Slam. Donkey Kong Jr. This was a 16-1 cabinet that I picked up, and I know 16-1s get a lot of slack, but it honestly got me even deeper into arcades, so it's pretty nifty. I've been thinking about changing the control panel, and I think I'd like to redo the bezel. I think I can make something nicer than what they have in here, so maybe that'll be a project for spring, we'll see. X-Men vs. Street Fighter in the Midway OmniFlex cabinet. I love playing this game. It doesn't get a lot of action though from my friends and family that come, although I was playing it with my nephew the other day, so that was pretty fun. Fix-It Felix Jr. You guys probably seen the video of me making it and putting it together. This got like a ton of play back when I originally made it, Now, not as much. It kind of faded out. I guess people played it and they, they're like, okay, I played it once, that's enough. It's pretty fun though. I still enjoy it. My high score was like 42,000 or something like that. And I forgot I did something and all the scores reset. So I'll have to try to get it back up there one day. Pole position, great racing game. Picked it up for $200 and loved it ever since I got it put together and going. It's really fun to just come out and turn a few laps. I have the pie position board in it, so you can play pole position 1 or 2. I usually set it up for 2, just so people can play on the test track. It's a little easier for people that have never played the game before. And then we got Cruising USA, which was just recently picked up. I had to do a few things to it. Still a work in progress, but there'll be a video out on that when it's all done. But it's playable, and it's just a lot of fun. It's been pretty popular so far when people come and play, so I'm not really surprised. It's a great game. Was a great game back when it came out, and some really cool hitting things in there, like the Ultra 64 and the Bill Clinton spoof at the end. So I wasn't really in the market for a cruising. This was, I think the guy was asking $225 for it, and it was just sitting there. I would look at the listing week after week, and then I was finally like, all right, I'll just grab it. So yeah, that's the arcade. I still have Star Wars and The Lost World. I moved those out and put them back in my workshop. Well, Star Wars never left, but Jurassic Park's in there for now. And so this is the lineup in here, and that'll wrap it up for this game room tour. Hope you guys liked the video, and keep an eye out for some other things I'm putting together.